What is going on, everybody? It's me, Severin7, and welcome to Sized Brews, a video series dedicated to sharing my building process for the decks that I play on stream and that could eventually get full videos. I'll share the build, a few highlights, and some early testing stats with you all wrapped up in a bite-sized video for your enjoyment. Let's get into the build. So to start us off today, I decided I wanted to build a deck around Banner of Kinship because I think Banner of Kinship is a really interesting card. It basically is a colorless version of Joda the Unifier, but for any creature type. We're going to go ahead and start off with putting 4 of these in here. I don't know that we'll keep all 4 of them in there, but that's what we're going to start. Then I wanted to think about what kind of creatures would be easy to keep several around. Could also give us some benefits to being difficult to get rid of, as well as utility for helping us against what's going on in the current meta. So my initial thought was Phyrexians. So let's go ahead and pull this up here, right? So a couple of reasons why this is good. We get access to Skrelv, Defector Might. Put a couple of those in there. We get access to Crawling Chorus, which is a difficult to remove Phyrexian. And we get access to things like Skrelv's Hive, which provide us with tokens every turn. Maybe play a couple of those. I tend to like to put just a couple of, even if I'm only going to play 1 or 2, or even if I might remove it, just so that I basically have things to build off of. So I'll just add it to the deck and then kind of look at what I've got at the end of it all and trim it off. I also like the idea of Phyrexian Missionary, since she's a 2/3 with lifelink and she can get us something back. Annex Entry is not a bad card either. I love this version of Elish Norn a lot, and I would love an excuse to play her. Probably want to keep it to 4 or less in the mana cost, and we're probably going to stick with Orzhov. In black, I know we have a lot of good options. We've got Ichor Drinker we could play. We're not really trying to go so much for the toxic route, but it's nice to have the toxic route. Grafted Butcher is fantastic. So we'll play a playset of Grafted Butcher because he's very good. And we want to have at least another 1-drop, but I don't know which 1-drop is the best. I suppose Ichor Drinker probably fits the role. Maybe. We'll decide later. Could also play Ran Executioner for some life drain. Bloated Processor is pretty nice. Put a couple of those in there. I like Ran. Maybe a couple of those. Gix Yawgmoth Praetor is a good option. We could play a couple of Shielder, but I feel like that's a little bit on the expensive side. I do like Phyrexian Fleshgorger. I think I want to play a set of those. I think we just stay Orzhov, to be honest. What we have in Orzhov. Elias Ilkor, not really interested in that. That's pretty much it. So now we have to think about how we turn this into an actually functioning deck. So we've obviously got too many cards. So Banner of Kinship can probably get cut down to 3, I think. I think a single Shielder and a single Elish Norn are fine. I think I'm just going to remove Annex Entry altogether. And Phyrexian Missionary, because it's just really not serving the purpose. Go down to 1, 2 Skrelvs. I do like the 2 Skrelvs Hives. Probably go down 1 Phyrexian Fleshgorger. I like 3 Bloated Processors, but we do have a lot of 3-drops. We've got 3 Gix, we've got 3 Phyrexian Fleshgorgers, 3 Bloated Processors. 56. We probably don't need to run 24 lands. We could probably get away with 23 lands. But now we need to start thinking about the fact that we need removal. So I'm going to go with Bitter Triumph. I'd like to just run 4 of these, but I also we kind of need some room for like Duress or some other hand disruption. What kind of hand disruption could we use? I mean, Duress is probably the best one. Maybe we go down an Ichor Drinker, down a Crawling Chorus. down a processor and go up 3 duress. We probably don't need 24 lands. So let's go ahead and make a mana base now. So we're going to select Orzhov and colorless. We'll go ahead and put our fast lands in. I don't like to run more than 3 fast lands and 3 pain lands, just because, well, 4 pain lands is fine. We do want at least 2 restless fortresses. I don't want very many tapped lands, but restless fortress is very strong. And then we can get away with playing Cavern of Souls to make sure our stuff's not getting countered. Probably just 2 though, to be honest. And then no, let's just play 4, because I was thinking about playing Secluded Courtyard. Well, actually, Secluded Courtyard says it can activate abilities, right? Where is Secluded Courtyard? So actually, Secluded Courtyard's better. I think I'm going to go 3 and 3 on that, though. And then we want to play a couple Mirexes. I think we go down a Caves of Quellos, and we're going to play a couple of Fabled Passages also to help thin the deck out. And I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to name that Kinship Phyrexians. And to just give you an idea, this is how I build my decks. So we'll take a look at it like this, so you can kind of see these are actually 3 drops. So we've got a nice little curve of a bunch of 1 drops, a bunch of 2 drops, some 3 drops, a couple of 4 drops, and then Banner of Kinship times 3. We're running, I don't know why this wasn't selected as standard already. We're running 23 lands, since, you know, we don't desperately need to be able to cast these, and we should be drawing a decent amount of cards with Gix, Yawgmoth Praetors, and things like that. So I'm fairly confident that we will be able to hit our lands and get up to that 5 mana when we need to. But yeah, this feels like a fun, interesting deck, and I like bringing back Phyrexians after not playing them for quite some time. They're going to be rotating next year, so I'd like to try this out and give it a chance for a new lease on life before people don't care about Phyrexians anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and play some test games with this. I'll share some highlights from it and some stats at the end of the video, so enjoy.